I voted no, or wait a minute, it's confusing. I voted no on the death penalty, so I voted yes on Proposition 34. I could honestly give you good arguments about both sides, and I'm for both sides, but for what I think right now, I just think it's best if we try to change our money situation and fix the economy more than kill the 18 people that have been on out of the 200 people that were on death row. I don't know if that's exact correct answers, but that's just how I feel. I think the money is more important at this point in time than killing people that may or may not deserve it. I didn't read about it a lot, but I've learned a lot about it. So yeah, I definitely respect anyone who voted no, and anyone who voted yes.
I voted to repeal the death penalty. I've never believed it's the right thing for us to do. So I don't think there's ever a time that it's justified to kill someone, so I can't support it. I see some of the pros and cons, but for me, just with my ethics, it doesn't seem right. No, it's not about economics, really, although there are impacts for that. It's just there's always a chance that a judgment was mistaken, so you don't take someone's life. So you just don't do that.
That one was one that really got me. I ended up voting against it because as far as I know, it's more expensive to incarcerate prisoners for life than it is for them to have them on death penalty, and I just figured it would be a better financial decision. I read into some of it. I mean, I live in the residential halls, and my RA is a political science major, and so he had a floor meeting where he broke down the propositions as unbiased as he possibly could, and ultimately I just decided that I thought it would be better to not repeal it.
I voted yes on it.
I also voted yes.
Yes, I voted yes. It was to reform the death penalty, and I was actually telling her already that I just think it's very hypocritical of the state government to think it's a crime for killing people, and then in return they're going to kill someone else, and it's not very humane in my opinion. And then also the bill, the people who would normally get the death penalty, it said that they would have to work, and the money that they make from them working in the prisons would go towards the victims and the families.
I plan on voting yes on the death penalty one because I believe the death penalty costs more money to enact than putting someone life in prison because of how many appeals you'd have to make. They keep appealing courts, and people sit on death row for an extremely long period of time. There's that, so it's a money issue, and there's also the ethics issue or morality issue where there's been lots of cases of people innocent people dying or would have been prevented if there were DNA evidence at the time and stuff like that. I think the risk of killing an innocent person isn't worth killing a murderer. I've done my research on my own. I've looked at both sides and my opinion, what I think is the best idea.
Yeah, I'd vote yes. Well, I would say that I'm against any form of capital punishment because capital punishment is the most premeditated murder. That's something that I believe in. You don't really hear much about that in the media at all. You only hear Prop 30, Prop 32, because it has to do with education, and we're on a campus, so it's those are the more important ones, but every prop is equally important to read about. Yeah.